shoot, Nolan. We're good?
Yeah, that's all making it, too.
All right, welcome back to the BotchPod. The BotchPod. The BotchPod. The BotchPod. The worst podcast in the world. Welcome back to the BotchPod, the worst podcast in the world. Bit of a different podcast today. I'm just going all over. Again, I sound like a broken record. The mic's cut out. So
About 7 minutes into the thing.
Yeah. So we gotta rehash all that.
We gotta say the same thing over and over again that we already said. So if it sounds like it's scripted, it is.
Didn't bring my tinfoil hat today.
I don't understand that. What is like the tinfoil hat?
I don't know. It's like the conspiracy theorist people or something.
Is it because like they're crazy?
I don't know.
There's got to be like a deeper like lore meme to it.
There is, but I don't know what it is.
I need to know.
It's some conspiracy theorist thing. But World War III is here.
Sure is.
It's officially here. Biden said when Russia first invaded Ukraine that he said it in a press conference. He said, "Let me be very clear. If the U.S. ever sends tanks, fighter jets, troops over to Ukraine to assist, that is considered World War III." And he just announced, like, yesterday that they're sending a fuck ton of tanks over there.
But do you think he knows that he said that in the beginning of his presidency?
He doesn't know what he had for breakfast this morning.
Well, I think he's, like, dumb.
Well, I mean...
Like, he's lost in the sauce.
No, I know. But... I mean, dude, shit's about to get real, like real.
How old do you have to be drafted? Like, what's like the cutoff age?
18.
What's the cutoff age?
I think.
Is there a cutoff age?
There is. I'd have to look it up. I think it's like.
Let's look that up quick. Yeah.
It's probably 40. I feel like no.
Dude, I'm draft dodging. I'm going to Canada.
Really?
No cap, 100%.
So what if the U.S. gets invaded?
25 is the cutoff date.
25. I'm 26.
Oh, dude, it better if this pops off, it better be in like September. I'm not getting drafted. I will
I'm
dodge
24. I'm fucked.
I will dodge.
People are saying it's already started, like it's already going, because Russia, you've invaded Ukraine again.
But isn't like the Russian-Ukraine thing just like a...
We intercepted
it. It's a thing, but like it's not as bad as I say it is, right?
So Tuesday, Coast Guard up in Alaska intercepted, like, I think it was like 3 or 4 Russian jets right off the coast, like technically not in our airspace. And then today they intercepted another one right outside our airspace.
Oh, so you think like all this like stuff going on is like World War III?
I mean, Russia replied and said basically that they're just doing routine flight routes, but for the Coast Guard to intercept them and like basically guide their way out of there.
There's got to be some high tensions.
Yeah, and then there was a Chinese information gathering ship 100 miles away from Hawaii.
That's crazy.
Yep, and Coast Guard was flying helicopters over them.
You think like any country would stand a chance against us? Nick, you want to hit this?
No.
You can just come right on.
I think the only country that could really like fuck us over would be China.
You think China?
I'm not saying in like a battle sense, but I mean all of our goods are imported from China.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
I mean, economically, China could definitely fuck us. But you got to think they got North Korea on their side. It's Russia, North Korea, China. I mean, we're with all the NATO allies, which is
still pretty lit.
Yeah. I mean, nobody has the military force that we have, technically, supposedly.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. Who knows what the fuck North Korea has? We don't even know. I mean,
Yeah, but they're small as fuck.
I mean, in all honesty, though, it doesn't matter if it comes to nuclear warfare, though. Like, no matter how big our army is, if somebody else has a nuke and one person launches it, everybody's going to launch their nukes.
But, like, what's their plan if they were to drop a nuke? Like, ain't you going to die, too? Like, you don't think we're throwing them back?
Depends. So,
do you not care?
So, what happened was Russia activated a few EMPs, I think they're called.
Yeah, they break all power and stuff?
Yeah. They would probably do that first. We would be completely fucked.
Yeah, the general population.
Yeah, we would be completely fucked. They did that, so they activated this ship that is carrying an EMP. Supposedly, it has nuclear capabilities, and they activated this special ship, and it was going across the Pacific recently. I think it was yesterday, towards the U.S. I mean, they already have ships parked outside of D.C., parked outside of Hawaii, Alaska, all that shit. I don't know how serious that is, because I'm sure we got a million ships watching them too. But the EMP thing is fucked, dude. I don't think anyone would ever invade America, though, because the topography is fucked. Like, troops couldn't get into our fucking country that easy. I mean, they could get on the edges, but they couldn't, like, and then there's a fucking gun behind every fucking tree in America. Yeah. What is it, like? There's more guns than there are people here.
My thing is, like, as well, like you said, China could, like, take us out, maybe, but, like, the thing is, or they could, like, do significant damage, but, like, essentially if America goes down, the whole world's done. Like, there's, like I know China's, like, mass goods and everything, but seriously, if America goes, like, we have the most money, I want to say. I don't know if we do or not, but, like, we give people the most money. Like, we are the most dominant or we used to be, at least, the most dominant feared upon force. I
think we're in the biggest deficit in the world, though.
Bro, I'm not, like, a big political guy, and I try to stay out of it big time.
Same.
Like, my true beliefs and stuff like that, but, like, on cameras and stuff, because it makes for no good.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's right, and nobody's wrong, essentially. So, like, why even talk about it? But, like, this never happened with, like, Trump, and I'm not, like, a huge Trump supporter, but, like, this never happened, like, with that shit. Like, dude, like, there was no wars. Like, there wasn't even a war on Earth, like, I want to say. Like, I'm, like, a big enough one.
So, before we go any further, I just want to be very clear to the people watching. We are not experts on everything. You brought up a good point.
No, we are fucking morons.
We are not experts. We don't know what the fuck is going on. We just see what we see, and we are kind of just debating and talking about it ourselves.
Unless you go deep dive and, like, unless, like, the people watching are, like, deep divers, like, and, like, super political and know everything about it, like, we are, like, just, like, going off the same news sources as you do, which is Twitter and TikTok.
But dude, I mean, you're getting more information off TikTok lately than,
like, real information from a lot of real information from Twitter, more real, if not equivalent to real as the news media's. Because, like, everything's just fucking, like, bought out and paid for.
For example,
they're just paid for what to say.
The East Palestine thing.
That's crazy.
People living there are reporting on it on TikTok like crazy. Yeah. And the news is just saying, oh, that's fine. Most news channels.
I've heard a lot of people say, like, it's like they're arresting reporters. Is that true? Like,
they arrested one.
Okay, so they arrested one reporter, and who knows what they did? Because I don't know personally what they did. But, like, that's all I've heard. They're arresting reporters. It's like, for talking on it, it's like, dude, there's no fucking way. Like, there's no way. But there could be, I don't know, if there's a lot of conspiracies and shit like that. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
But, like, the thing is with conspiracies, people are also at the same time whack jobs. The right and the left are so far gone on both sides, you can't believe anything.
Yes.
They're so far gone.
I agree.
Both sides are so far gone. The radicals on each side are so...
A lot of the conspiracy shit, though, that people were talking about, like, now a lot of that is, like, fucking coming to actual light, which is crazy.
This is true, yes. But, like, my also thing is, like, yeah, no, you're right. But, like, these are the same people who... Like, and I know I know a lot of them were right. Like whether it's vaccination itself, all this stuff. Like, I know they typically were right.
Might have to bleep the C word out on this one.
Probably right. Not cunt. No, but, like, seriously, like, a lot of them were right, yes. But the same people who were pushing that were also, keep in mind, the same people, really, typically, same group, who were saying Damar Hamlin wasn't alive. So it's like how nut job are you? And, like, you just don't know. It's so fucked up because, like, obviously Damar Hamlin was alive. You people are fucked. And then you're saying other shit, and it's like, I'm to the point where it's like, this isn't about Damar Hamlin. But, like, I'm to the point on other things where I'm like, it is true. But then, like, 2 seconds later, I rethink in my head, no, it isn't true. And it's like, it's fucking with our heads.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking overwhelmed by this world right now.
I know. Me and you are becoming more and more middle road people. Like, I feel like me and you can 100%. Both see like both sides of things. And
any decent human being should be able to see both sides of somebody's opinion.
And open-minded to other shit. Like, if that's how it should be.
Shit, I can accept. I don't care what party you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you believe. I can see why you believe it. At least I might not agree with it. I think any self-respectable person can do that. Because there's a lot of whack jobs who can't see either side and just think everybody's a complete moron for thinking that.
100%.
Like, you don't know why they think that. Like, who knows what they grew up with, stuff like that. You might be wrong, in my opinion. But any self-respecting person, decent human being, can be able to see that.
So, the big thing that conspiracy theorists are pushing now, and I just see it. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but, like, UFO shit was a cover-up. You know, they're trying to distract people and whatever. And now with all these, you know, train crash. We're filming this Thursday. Fucking.
It's gonna be the 17th.
16th.
16th. Fuck.
16th. Thursday the 16th. So if shit happens, and we're gonna drop this right away. So if shit happens between now and then, we didn't know about it, but
we were right.
there was a. So the first train crash was in Palestine, Ohio. Then there was one in Tucson, Arizona, which had chemicals, whatever. Houston, there was one. And then South Carolina, there was one. And then Chicago, Illinois, a chemical factory blew up.
On fire today?
Not today. It was a couple days ago.
There's another one today that happened. A factory fire with plastics.
Yeah, plastics.
I heard a crazy conspiracy.
Well, hold on. Okay. This is the theory. So, like, all that shit's going down, right? Meanwhile, the Epstein files came out. Mm-hmm. They're not out to the public, but the list is out. Mm-hmm. What was the other thing? I don't know.
You talking about the UFOs?
No, I'm saying the UFOs were like a cover-up. Like,
did you see they didn't report on the UFOs, like what they thought they were, until during the Super Bowl?
Oh,
I thought that was pretty crazy. I watched like a TikTok. They aired like a whole thing where one of like the Air Force generals came out and he talked about the UFOs and like how they didn't know which country they came from or if they were like of this earth and stuff. And they didn't air it till during the Super Bowl when they knew nobody was watching the news.
That's convenient timing.
Supposedly they didn't find the remains of the
that's what they're saying,
last few.
That's what kills me. At either end of the spectrum, we're being lied to. There's no way. And either if there even was UFOs, but you know what I saw today, dude? Like all these people who see UFOs and shit like that. It's only like 96% of UFO sightings are America. Like there's no other country that sees UFOs or at least reports them. England was the slightest bit more like about around the same on the map, but then there's just little specks of just like maybe one or two. It's the craziest thing. Is it because we're all fucked in America and we want to believe this shit? I don't know. Or do we actually see shit because it's our governments and stuff like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I know the government has literally specific departments built around UFOs and shit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I think that's a cover up. I think all this shit happening right now is a cover up. But conspiracy theorists, this is what I was getting to. They're calling it the Great Reset. And they called this years and years and years ago when it first came out.
I'm familiar with the term, yeah, the Great Reset.
Yeah, sorry, I keep saying the C word, but that was their thing, but like before the C word, C-19 even started. Like they were talking about the Great Reset for a while. And basically, you know, that came out and then the jab came out. And then now, like, for example, East Palestine, like, dude, I saw a video this morning of a lady in East Palestine. She put creamer in her coffee and it was fizzing. Like, it was like bubbling, like not like just little bubbles, like it was sizzling.
That's crazy.
Did you see all the like dead fish too?
Yeah, tons of dead fish.
I believe, like, did you hear the conspiracy theory about like all this stuff going on? Like, allegedly it all happens at one time, but I still am a firm believer that these things happen all the time. And once something big happens, like they obviously news try to get clickbait like any other situation.
Yeah.
You see a chemical spill anywhere, you're going to post about it because it's going to get views. Any news station does that. So like all these fires, I think they're a lot more common than anyone thinks, and they're all acting like this is coincidence. Like you don't read the fine line, you just see a headline on Twitter. But that's my 2 cents on that. But with the whole Ohio thing, what were they thinking burning it? There was no better option?
Apparently not.
I heard if they didn't burn it, that it could have exploded and shot like shrapnel everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could have seeped into like the earth and stuff like that, which it is doing anyway. But like my thing is like, I saw on the news yesterday, they asked one of the governors, because they're saying it's safe to go back, like to their homes and stuff. They asked like one of the legislators or something of the area. They're like, "Would you go back if you lived there?" Like somebody, and he's like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I mean, apparently they cleaned up all the water and shit, but I saw a video of a dude today literally took a stick and scraped it along the bottom of the river, and it looked like fucking oil. Like a bunch of like rainbow shit came up like to the top where he's.
I'd be getting the fuck out of there as fast as I can.
Yeah,
I don't care
and
what it is.
Dude, that's gonna kill so many crops and shit down the road.
So many people, it's already killing animals.
Yeah, it's gonna kill a lot of people too.
People are going to end up getting like cancer and shit in like 50 years from now.
There's so many like conspiracies around that. Like you were saying, the two that instantly come to my head is, I'm not touching on it, but the obvious relation to the vaccine when Bill Gates ties in, because he at one point said we have an overpopulation problem, and people think that they're killing they're trying to kill people off, or like with the vaccine, either really crazy people think they're intentionally killing people, or they're trying to make people infertile, stuff like that. Then like the other thing is like, I heard this is a crazy one, and I don't think this is great. But everyone's trying to push climate change and pollution and stuff like that. They're burning all these to add on to it and be like, look what we did type shit. Like with all the factories going up. I heard that one today, which I thought was interesting. That's an interesting take. But like, I don't think that's right.
I mean, apparently to dig up those batteries, like the stuff that goes in the batteries for electric cars and stuff is worse than.
It's more like it emits more emission than like I feel like our whole lives in cars. I think electric cars are sick as fuck though. Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah. I'm not a big Motorhead guy, but like I think they're cool. I think like, but like I don't want anyone or me to be pushed on. Like they're saying in 2020, in 2030, half the country's gonna be that. Like we should be able to make our own choice when it comes to that. And then like now we live in New York State, like with the whole gas stoves and shit like that. Like come on, get the fuck out of here. Like you're trying to ban gas stoves. That's craziness. Like what? Because it's bad for the environment and it's dangerous for our kids, bro. Gas stoves, come on.
Yeah.
You are insane.
Meanwhile, the people making those laws are flying on private jets every fucking other day.
Facts. Like, and you're gonna come up in here and say that shit about, like that's just stupid. Like
I don't know, but yeah, the whole Great Reset thing is a crazy take. Because then this war is happening, which is literally World War III, and people are saying, yeah, the population,
life is
like, shit's getting fucked, dude.
It's weird, man. It really is weird. I'm draft dodging though, for sure. If there's a World War III, I will outright admit I'm going to Canada. I probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah, someone's gonna pull that clip. Fucking.
I probably shouldn't say that.
Pull this clip off.
Fine, whatever. But like that's all I'll say on it. But like I also have a plate in my ankle, so it can't take me. I'm a liability.
This guy's got bone spurs over here.
Yeah,
or something.
I got metal in me. I can't do it.
I got herniated disc in my back.
And stuff. Yeah. Well, you're off to the draft age.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So if World War III starts, if you guys are watching this for some reason and you're the person behind World War III, Biden, Putin, just please don't start till September.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I don't know if we talked about it too much, but I watched one video of a dude that he was basically like a doomsday fucking prepper type guy, right? Yeah. And I just watched the whole thing because it was just interesting, the shit that he was talking about. I don't remember. But then for like an hour, not an hour, but a ton of videos were just like preppers. Yeah. What would you do if we actually got fucking invaded? I think people are thinking like this just because we've never really heard about Russian ships surrounding us and Russian fucking planes getting intercepted by Alaska and fucking like Chinese ships by Hawaii.
Missile crisis type thing.
Yeah, it's like
we spot
it's like a Cold War basically right now.
Cuba, you know? Yeah,
but what if we get invaded? The last time we were touched was Hiroshima. Well,
9/11.
If you want to count 9/11.
I would count that.
You would?
Regarding even conspiracy.
I'm saying like invaded, like
invaded.
Fucking about, like, boots on the ground, like fucking invaded, like troops come and take over, like fucking, I don't know, Florida or something.
That'd have to be Pearl Harbor then. Last time we got like invaded by another country, I guess.
Was that an attack or was that did they come fuck up?
Kamikaze jets.
Really been invaded?
No,
I'm no history buff, but
I mean,
we never got invaded. Like
we got invaded.
Well, I know Hitler shit. Like that. Like when I think invaded, I think like Hitler going into Germany or Germany taking over like places and stuff like that.
Right.
That's what I think.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like if Russia's fucking
you think that's
crazy.
Possible in this day and age?
Not in America.
I don't think it's possible for another country to do it to us.
I think they're too scared, dude. We got too many fucking guns.
Think they're too scared to right now.
We're surrounded by too much water too.
You don't think they're too scared?
I don't think they're too scared right now of America because we have quite frankly a president who hasn't.
No, but the citizens, I'm saying, bro.
Citizens.
Well, they're trying to convince us to like. I'd say the government's trying to convince most citizens to give up their guns, and that's the thing. Like back in the day when wars were going on, like World War II, everybody had a gun. They knew how to use it. And nowadays, if you talk to like most people our age, they're like scared to be in a room with a gun. Like, they don't want to see a gun. They don't know how to use a gun.
Yeah.
And they're like anti-guns, and I totally get that for some reasons, but
I get it.
I still think, like you're saying, if a country comes and invades us, if we all know how to use a gun, that's a whole militia in itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Imagine just paratroopers just fucking flying over like a city or something, or just outside a city. Bro, I'm poof, just popping them out of the sky, bro. Pegging them.
You have to,
I feel like, dude, rednecks and fucking hood rats would be fucking
uniting,
dapping up.
That'd be crazy.
Let's go, baby.
We might need this. This could bring like.
That's what I'm saying.
World War III. If America gets invaded, you said like gangbangers and rednecks. They're just, hey, we're teaming up, not forever, but for now, and we're saving our fucking asses. For your life and my life. If we're separate on this, we're not gonna make it. But if we come together, dude, that
fucking.
So maybe we need World War III in this country to get everything back to
normal.
Yeah.
Fucking rules of engagement turn into rules of suggestion or something. Just fucking take your shot if you got it.
Man, yeah, we might need World War III.
I mean, look at 9/11 was obviously a tragedy, but. Dude, our country hasn't been that united. I don't think.
In a long time.
Since then.
Yeah, since then, really. Like, you know what kills me, man? Like, I don't really know much about it, but like the whole like January 6th thing. Like people, like our officials were saying that was worse than 9/11. Like, what? Like,
yeah.
What? That's crazy.
That's insane,
dude. Like. I don't support what they did.
No.
That's on some crazy shit. But dude, like I think like maybe one person died.
And it was
somebody like a cop who shot one.
It was a Trump supporter, yeah.
Yeah, it was a Trump supporter who got shot. And like dude, one person died and our vice president said in a speech that like we have not seen anything like this in our country since Pearl Harbor. It's like
propaganda, dude. That's all it is.
Dude, that's crazy.
It's propaganda.
9/11 is a crazy, crazy thing.
Yeah.
Like
in the whole world, like I don't think anything's like that.
The only thing that could even top that is us dropping 2 nukes on Japan.
Okay, yeah.
But
I'm saying since 9/11,
is that
nothing.
The only time a nuke has ever been used in combat.
Yeah, those are the only times.
In a lethal combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw this dude. He was from Japan. I'll put a picture of him up on screen. This guy, he survived both nukes, unless it was some bait thing. But it was from a trustworthy Twitter account, and like they had a picture of this dude, and they gave his story. Was Hiroshima or Nagasaki the first? Which one was the first one? Do we know? I don't know.
Want to say Hiroshima, but I don't know.
Okay, so whatever nuke we dropped first, he was in the city. He somehow survived, had minor injuries, and he like made a quick heal. As soon as he got out of the hospital or whatever, as soon as he got healed up or whatever, he went to he went to the other city, and they dropped the nuke, and he survived again.
Holy shit!
This dude's old as fuck, and like they had a picture of him.
Damn, dude, people are having. I saw like this video. People were having kids like all fucked up.
Oh, from
the nukes.
Shit?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Like those are ghost towns. Like still, I think.
Yeah. Like look at Chernobyl, dude. Like Chernobyl didn't even get attacked. Chernobyl had a nuclear power plant.
It was a meltdown,
error,
I think, yeah,
or something. Like, and like you can't go there. Like we have been able to now with more technology, but like you can't just go there, like we are right now. Like,
no.
you will die like in certain areas of it. That's crazy.
Russia, when they invaded Ukraine the first time, they went to an old nuclear power plant in Ukraine and they just set up camp there because technically, in rules of war, like you're not allowed to attack a nuclear power plant, which is fucking wild. I know.
High IQ plays.
It's smart, but I saw another video that I don't know if it was ABC News or something. They were interviewing like Ukrainian soldiers, and they were talking about the Russian soldiers that would come in fucking waves, like middle of the night. They would just run at them like kamikaze across the field, like fucking just blazing, fucking, and
looks like Vietnam War shit.
Yeah, and these dudes are just trying to hold down fort. It was like 13 of them in their camp or something, and they just had waves. And he estimated about 180, and only 5 guys from the Ukrainian side survived or something.
Dude, that's like
this is just one battle.
That's
and
like Call of Duty Zombies IRL.
He said
different waves.
He said that they captured a couple, and they were interviewing them, and it was on record, like it was recorded and everything. And apparently Russia is fucking getting dudes out of jail and putting them on the front lines of that shit.
Dude, that's what I would hope to do in America.
Yeah, no, I get it, but here's the crazy part. They're drugging them. They're giving them like crazy ass drugs to make them like PCP and shit.
Bro, this is some like fucking Suicide Squad shit.
That's some Russia shit though.
Dude, Russia's badass as fuck.
Well, then we gave back Russia one of their biggest like bomb makers and arms dealers.
Oh yeah, he's like the biggest arms dealer ever.
Brittany
Griner.
Yeah, but I guess one of the Russian dudes in that battle supposedly fucking shot one of his own men and just kept it moving. Just
kept going?
Kept it moving. Yeah. He said he was one of the guys that got captured, and he's like, if he die, he'd die. Like,
that's crazy. Dude, fucking Russians are insane. Like, part of me wishes I could like be.
And Nelk was just there, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't believe they went to Russia during this type of shit going on.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, the Nelk boys, they just took a trip to Russia right before shit started popping off here in America.
Bro, I'm trying to go to Russia.
Crazy
Russia
shit.
would probably be really cool to see.
Did you watch their video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch the podcast when they were talking about like getting detained when they got there for a couple hours?
Getting the what?
They got detained like when they got there for a couple hours, and they were like questioning them, asking them if they were like spies, and like they thought they were.
Oh yeah, at the airport.
Yeah.
Bro, that's got to be like one of the dumbest places you could probably go. Like they nailed it, I'll give them that. But like, dude, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Like if you were to tell me we're going to Russia, I don't know if I would be like.
Well, yeah. Brad said no. Steiny said no.
Yeah, I might have said no.
I would have said yes.
I probably would
I'm
have
not
gone.
gonna lie.
If you said I was chilling with Hasbulla, I would have gone.
Yeah. And
Like,
Khabib.
that little motherfucker's worth it. Fuck Khabib.
All those dudes, no?
Hasbulla, that little motherfucker, he's worth it.
Yeah.
Like you tell, like Hasbulla's in North Korea, I'm gonna go see him. 100%.
Yeah. Well, North Korea and Russia might be here soon. We don't know.
Dude, I'll fucking North Korea up.
Imagine Hezbollah just fucking coming through on a tank, just fucking with a machine gun or something.
That would be funny.
Somebody's got to fucking get that on a That should be on the thumbnail.
Has Bulu on a tank.
Yeah. Shit. So, yeah, I don't know what's next.
Anything better going on in the world? Anything cool? Anything fun, hip, new, fresh?
No. I mean, I don't know what's next with this war shit.
Maybe this will be the last podcast we ever do.
It could be. You never know. You know?
We could get nuked right now on the set.
That'd be crazy.
Imagine.
Why they're targeting that.
Dude, we got a fucking train track right outside here. I sent you a Snapchat. On my way here, there was a fucking train with just hauling all like chemicals and shit. And I was like, imagine if that thing just fucking derailed right into this room. It would literally just come through the door, fucking kill all of us.
Yeah, I'd be fucking done.
Be good content though.
Yeah, that'd be good content.
Yeah, Nick, if that happens, post this video. If you're not in the room.
Yeah.
You think the frame of the building would stop it though?
No.
Blocks.
Yeah, probably, yes.
It always sounds like they're slowing down here.
Toxic fumes would probably get us.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is. If it's like a carcinogenic. But I'd hope to think like we'd be the fuck out of here if a train would crash. Like fast enough. Unless it like blew up.
I feel like you would hear it. Like it'd be a lot louder.
Crazy. Fucking people shooting places up.
Yeah, college just got shot up.
MSU.
Michigan, right?
There was another one in a mall in Texas yesterday.
Crazy.
That is crazy. It's so normal now.
Did you see the Buffalo shooter got life?
You got life.
And did you
Without
see?
a chance of parole.
Yeah.
Which is still tits. Like you can't get out, but
Yeah. I
but not cool. Like, dude, you should.
Dude,
What's the point of having a death penalty if you can't use it?
See, I think a life sentence, though, in our reality is worse than a
It's
death
worse.
penalty.
It depends where you're being held.
If you're in solitary confinement, it doesn't fucking
He's
matter.
not in solitary 24/7.
You don't know that, bro.
He ain't on the Boston bombing.
They're not
list,
going to
bro.
let him go into normal
No,
jail.
you don't
Someone's
have
gonna
to be.
kill him.
No. But what I'm saying is like the craziest prison in America, like the most like insane, heavily scheduled one, has like El Chapo, the Boston bombing guy, crazy criminals like that. Unabomber's there.
Yeah,
They
that's
get held-
federal and
They
shit.
get held solitary for 23 hours a day.
Yeah.
That
So does
solitary is.
every jail has solitary.
I know,
They have
but
a section
it's
that's
not a
solitary.
permanent cell.
It's 23 hours a day.
I know, but what I'm saying is like they're not going to be in there their whole life. Like that El Chapo one, that's the only cell there. Like they're in there. Like,
Okay.
that's their only thing. Because like you can go to solitary for like weeks or months, but like you're like solitary can make a man like.
Yeah, but you got to think his case was so fucking big. The Buffalo shooter, that was a huge fucking
keep
deal.
away from General Pop though.
They're not.
That's what I'm
Let him
saying.
in with other people. The other people are going to kill him.
No, he goes in with other people. He's going to be with all the rapists and child predators
He's
and
gonna be
shit.
with some heavy hitters.
Yeah, he's going to be with those guys because
he's
they have to be away from Gen Pop. Celebrities have to be away from Gen Pop, and anybody with a big case, mafia people and stuff, have to be away from Gen Pop. But yeah, I don't know if he'll get solitary. He probably won't get solitary for life, but he's not going in Gen Pop.
No, yeah, I guarantee you not solitary for life. I don't even. I would
Either
be
way, though,
surprised.
most criminals would rather, like most psychopaths, especially like him, they'd rather fucking die than spend their entire life in prison. Most of them, from what I've heard, just from having COs in
He's
my
gonna kill
family.
himself soon.
That person was really young too, wasn't he? That did that.
Yeah, he was like,
Young, yeah.
he was, what was
I don't know how old
he,
he is.
17, 18?
17, 18, something
Yeah.
like that. But like he's gonna like. Do you think he'll kill himself?
He might. I don't know if he goes crazy enough.
You think so?
I don't know because they usually put people like that on some sort of a watch for that as well.
Yeah. They also had Jeffrey Epstein on a watch.
Yeah, but that's a whole different story to get into.
Who the fuck knows, man? But did you see the guy try to attack him in court?
I would have too if he killed one of my family members. Hell
Dude, yeah. That was fucking nuts.
yeah. I would have charged him.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man. Like,
I think we
I
should
guess-
go back to like the eye for an eye mentality.
yeah, but the only issue, what the only reason why that doesn't work, eye for an eye, is because. So I went to criminal justice for college. That was my major, and like so we got to learn about it, like a bunch of deterrences and stuff like that. Death penalty and stuff like that essentially doesn't really work as a great deterrent at all because, like, statistically, like if a criminal is going to commit an act, they're gonna do it. They're not thinking about consequences.
Yeah.
Like in that moment, at least they don't care. And like that, it just like, and everybody always goes back to like, I grew up with like the family like this, like my grandfather, like it should be like the old Western days, like public hanging type shit. It's like that doesn't work though. Like it just doesn't work. Like he swears it'll work, but I promise you it won't work.
No.
Like they don't care about that shit. They didn't care back in the fucking Western days, and they still did it. Like that shit just doesn't work. There's really no way. That's what like the justice system is so focused and everything to find a way to deter shit like from like this from happening or just crime in general. But from what I gathered and everything they have, there's no way to stop it.
And gun control is not going to work either.
Gun control is clearly not going to work.
And it like people that think gun control works,
you're crazy.
Have no fucking idea what's going on in the real world. Like,
I
bro,
can go buy an illegal gun right after this pod.
Yeah, same.
Like
it's fucking.
And I can like an illegal like that I don't have a license and heavily illegal in New York.
And not even registered. Yeah.
Not registered.
I always say that because people say we need gun control to stop these shootings, and like murdering people is illegal, and that doesn't stop people from doing it. So like making guns illegal is not going to stop someone that wants to murder people from finding a way to do it.
Like, and it just goes back to like that. What was it? Waukesha, Kansas, or some shit. That guy who hit the people in a parade with a car. He killed like fucking 7 people. He hit people with a car. Like, bro, if you take away guns and somebody really doesn't want to get their hands on a gun for some reason, they can't figure it out because you're that dumb. If you can't figure it out, you're just going to find another way. The Boston bombing guys didn't use guns.
The thing I normally compare it to when I like debate that with people is in the 20s when they tried to make alcohol illegal and do prohibition, all that resulted from it was the mob started making illegal bars and having a bootleg alcohol that was poisonous and killed people and caused more problems than just having alcohol be legal to buy. Yeah. And that's the same thing. Like if they made guns illegal, people are going to go and they're going to make black market guns, and they're not going to be as safe to use as a real gun. They're going to be untraceable, and it's going to cause more issues.
Yeah. I mean, New York State's trying to make AR-15s legal. Recently, I heard.
Illegal?
Yeah, illegal to purchase. I don't think, if you already have one, then I think you're good. But
the thing is, though, like, I just don't know what they're trying to accomplish with that. Like, the only point of the argument that I could see in that whole, their only like argument, the people who are with gun control, the only argument I can really see, and maybe just understand but still don't agree with, on a record, is like, if you were to say, why do you need an AR-15? You don't need it to hunt, or why do you need a semi-automatic rifle like that? Or they like to use assault weapon or assault rifle or assault. Which, yes, granted, makes sense. Why do you need that? But like, why not at the same time? Like the people, majority of people who buy them legally aren't doing like killings. I feel
right.
Well, actually, they might be, but like, there's no way to stop it either way. That MSU shooting was a handgun.
Yeah, but if it's registered and legal to own, they can track you down and find you.
What I do think they need to do though is do a lot better job on background checks. Like that kid in Buffalo, he bought that shit.
I think they need to do a better job of getting illegal guns off the street, because it is literally easier to get an illegal gun than it is.
Yeah. Oh, it's so much easier to get an illegal gun.
It's so much easier, bro.
Too.
You could, yeah.
Motherfucker, you could probably find an RPG if you want to.
I don't know about going that far, but
you don't think so? If you really tried hard enough?
If you really tried, you probably could.
If you want something, you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
If I want to go buy PCP, I'm gonna go buy PCP. Like, if I'm chasing the heroin high, I'm going to go get more heroin. And I'm going to find it if I really want it that bad. I don't know.
Definitely.
The whole gun control thing's just...
Yeah, it just pisses me off how much people don't, like, realize... Like, people really think just taking an AR-15... Like, what do you need an AR-15 for? Taking those away from the good guys with guns only makes the bad guys with guns more powerful. Because those guns aren't going anywhere unless they get fucking caught, which is hard to get fucking caught. Like, you just throw away your fucking gun. You get rid of it. As long as you don't have prints on it, you're fucking good. You can do anything with an illegal gun. Like, it's reported stolen and whatever.
The weapon mod things, too. Like
switches? Dude, you can buy a switch on fucking... what's the China site called? The big China site that everybody... AliExpress. You can get a fucking switch for a Glock. on AliExpress. It's like you have to type in a certain thing.
You can get a Switch.
You can order a Switch from China.
Like you have like extendo clips, like you can get a stick, like all that shit.
Yeah.
Like the guns are. Yeah.
It's crazy.
People kill people, not guns.
Yep. Yeah. And when I was in high school, I remember my teacher bringing this up too. He was like a Purple Heart veteran and stuff, and he was saying how ridiculous it is that like even like as a cook in a restaurant, you have to be like 18 to use the knives. Mm-hmm. Yet you can send an 80-mile-an-hour missile down the road and just fucking launch it into someone's house if you wanted to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, how does that make any sense? You can't use a knife to cut chicken.
Liabilities.
It's just wild.
That's the world we're in.
And then same thing with getting drafted. You know what I mean? Like, you can get drafted before you can booze.
Yeah.
In this country, it was just fucked.
I watched a video on YouTube.
Yeah, it is fucked.
They blamed Michael Jackson for the alcohol.
Well, apparently you can booze on duty, like on camps, though.
If you're in the same country, if you're in a country that's legal, like Max, he was in the Air Force, stationed in England. Drinking age there is 18 or 19.
I thought like on.
He can't drink on base.
On base.
I got like a lot of military buddies though that they just got away with it. Even with if you show them a military ID at a bar, they don't really give you shit.
Most of the time you are right. Yes, but yeah, like that's the craziest shit, bro. You can go die essentially, just fucking die.
But you can't have a beer.
You can't. I can't have my fucking nice little tall glass of fucking Bud Light.
So I feel like that's prime drinking time too, right before you're allowed to. Yeah. It's like the best time to drink.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
All right. Well, shorter episode, but we just want to get through all these current topics in case we fucking die before the next episode. But
strange times we're living in, man.
Probably some of the craziest times of our lives.
It
honestly.
really is.
Like these last 3 years have been nuts,
dude. And to think it all happened that fast too.
So fast.
Think about 3 years ago, like just like pre-COVID, how normal everything was. Everything was so simpler, dude.
Yeah.
Like
simpler.
We're going mad. Simpler, more simple. But like we're going mad. This country's going crazy, and I can't take any more of it. To be honest with you, I feel like my head's spinning 24/7, seeing all this shit.
I think
it's all social media.
The scariest part too is when our grandparents were kids and like World War II and Vietnam and everything was going on, the way the people were raised was to be tough and they wanted to fight for their country. I guarantee you now, if you go ask 8 out of 10 teenagers and like early people in their
just doing it for a check.
Oh, well, they're not going to want to join either and go fight. Like, you ask 8 out of 10 people are going to say, fuck that. Like, I'm not going
100%.
to war. I'm not doing this.
Like, well, we also have okay, I'm going to say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow. I'm kidding. You know that meme? Come on.
No.
You didn't laugh?
Oh, is it the kid in
Yeah, you guys didn't laugh at that?
I thought it was a joke towards him.
No,
because his arm's broken.
It's like a vine of it's like a really weird looking kid. Sorry, guy. It's like a really weird looking kid. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm gonna say it. Our military right now is the biggest pussy it's ever been. We are looked at as a joke, brother. I ain't saying we need the crazy training commercials that Russia and China have, but bro, we be out here just dancing around rainbows, having cartoons and shit, bro. The military is supposed to be one of the most feared things on earth, especially the U.S. one.
I feel you on that 100%.
I think if you want to be in the military, you can be whatever gender orientation, pronoun, fucking whatever you want to be, but fucking stop with all this crazy shit.
So I agree with you on that. But that's not how 90% of the world views us. 90% of the world looks at stats from the outside in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They don't really get that shit.
That's how we perceive.
Like, that's how we see it because we know. But like Russia looks at us like they got so many fucking tanks, so many fucking Blackhawks, so many fucking, you know what I mean?
Money.
Yeah.
You know what it really comes down to too? One of the craziest takes I always say. I've been saying it for a couple of years now. You know what really is power in this world? Like really is power? Everybody would think the number one thing is money. Land. Land is power. Property is power.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying the size of your country. I'm saying what you can control and what you can't. Like
resources.
Big time. That's all it is. The more landscape you have, the more property, the more power you have. That's a fact. You can have as much money as you want. Everybody's got money. Not everybody has that fucking.
But Russia's bigger than us.
Yeah.
So you think they have more power than us because of that?
I don't. Russia doesn't have as much pull as we do with other countries.
Well, and all Russia's shit is from the Cold War too. They don't have a fucking When Donald Trump was president, he put a ton of money into the military and restructuring the military, buying new equipment, buying new planes.
And now it's all going to Russia because we dropped out of fucking Afghanistan. It's all going to Russia. You see that?
Yeah,
that
Russia bought it.
Sold it to him.
Like what, $17 billion?
Bro, we just hooked them up
to the Taliban, dude.
State of the art. First of all, you just gave the Taliban that much money. That's wild. Number two, they're getting state-of-the-art fucking U.S. military-grade shit that we used to own that we don't have now. Millions, trillions of dollars. Basically, like, I could give you my wallet right now. It's yours now. Have fun. Are you kidding me? That's wild.
And here's the other thing that happened recently. I guess supposedly North Korea used to have a missile sanction, like a nuclear missile sanction. They were only allowed to have 2. Mm-hmm. And they just did their big little parade where they fucking show off to the world how many fucking missiles they have. They have 17 now.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Within the last year. There's no way they did that by themselves.
No.
Dude, fucking Russia's fucking helping them, fucking whoever. But
my only disagreement with them is that leader, dictator of that country, whatever his name is.
Kim Jong-un.
That motherfucker is... He really thinks he's got it, but I'm telling you right now, I'm not. Like, the least country I'm afraid of is North Korea. With their missiles.
I think North Korea
unless they're super funded by Russia.
I think they do a lot of showboating, though, like a lot of fake shit.
They do. 100%.
They like to scare people.
But
tactics are number
the only thing, I think that Kim Jong-un is just a crazy motherfucker like Putin is too.
Facts.
But I think
like, they're just crazy.
If he were to pull a strike on America, we'd flatten him so fucking fast. I don't care if Joe Biden is in president or whoever it is. We'd have no choice but to. And my thing is, whether if Joe Biden, there's a lot of argument that Joe Biden wouldn't just call that. He wouldn't like if they were to try and attack us, we'd shoot a missile down and not retaliate type shit. But I think, regardless of the punishment, the people in that position, whether they have the order or not, would. Yeah. If it really came down to it.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not worried about.
No, I just think.
About an attack.
I think, and I'm not like this huge fucking Trump guy like some people are.
Yeah.
But apparently Trump prevented all this shit from happening.
Well, countries feared us.
Because I guess Putin, during the Obama administration, he threatened to invade Ukraine back then. Mm-hmm. And Obama kind of delayed it off, and then Trump delayed it off. He went and met with North Korea, fucking first president to ever meet with Kim Jong-un, or a North Korean leader, period, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then he met with fucking Vladimir Putin.
Yeah. And just because of that, people think he's in bed with them.
When Trump was president, other countries respected the U.S. at least, from a strength standpoint.
100%. Nobody wanted to fuck with us.
Biden makes everything he's so weak. That's the problem.
Trump is a fucking dog, dude.
You guys
and the best part is he's not a politician. That's the only thing I really like about him. He's not a politician. That's why he was, in my opinion, he got shit back together, because he's not a politician. He's not there for money type shit.
And I think that's why they were trying to fucking take him down so hard.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because he wasn't fucking deep state,
my thing is,
all the corrupt shit.
We need right now some shit like that. We need that. We need somebody that's going to fucking be there, and if something does go off, or we wouldn't even be having this discussion right now.
You think Biden could last a whole nother term?
I think he'd die or some shit.
I don't know, bro. He's looking real ill.
Well, he obviously has dementia or Alzheimer's or something.
Yeah, something.
You can tell
he does not look well.
He zones out. Doesn't speak, and
I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, but
this is a crazy world we live in, folks.
Shit's crazy.
Don't be too paranoid out there, though.
I'm a little paranoid. I'm not prepping and shit, but
I want you to be.
I almost kind of fucking want to have some shit ready. The EMP thing is fucking scary to me.
We'd see it.
No.
They can't just drop it.
I saw the statistics on it. radars can't even fucking pick it up. It goes so fast.
I relating to what you just said, I read this thing, you know, that like spy balloon or some shit they said came over. I was reading a thing that they may have been testing that to put those EMPs on those balloons and have the balloons carry like ICBMs over to us, and then you wouldn't be able to detect it because of the EMP. So they could launch nuclear weapons like straight on our own soil without having to shoot it overseas and stuff.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, apparently they were jamming signal on that balloon. It was transmitting signals back to China, and that's why they let it ride out for so long, because they were jamming all the signals from it anyway. But I don't know.
Imagine it was just an actual weather balloon that's straight far.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't.
You just imagine it was, and everybody's just fucking nuts.
I know.
All right, before we get too deep.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, comment. Tell us what you think. You know, I mean,
no.
Yeah, I mean, we're. I don't think we're in the dark as much as some people, because a lot of my people close to me have no fucking clue what's going on.
I know.
People are oblivious.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, leave a comment, drop a like. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Otherwise, you're a big fat pussy ass hoe bitch.
And if you also don't subscribe, go fuck yourself. Thank you.